All right. Y'all thought I was playing about God of War being delayed. What is going on, peeps? I'm Versatile's back with another video. Back here to talk about Sony's state of play and briefly Sony's PlayStation blog that they dropped earlier this week, hinting at some of the games that were coming out this week, and one in particular that I put in the title that has been forgotten about by Sony every time it comes around to talking about games releasing in 2021, and that is God of War Ragnarok. But we're going to get into that after we get into the state of play. Just to highlight some of the games that I thought were going to be cool. We got some release dates for some games that we saw initially back in November when they unveiled the PlayStation 5. So that's what we're going to get into right here, right now. But before we do, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys ignite the like button on this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you never miss my videos. Then we can sit back, chillax, and see what's cracking. Now, let's get into the video. And let me know down in the comments below, what games are you looking forward to play on PS4 or PS5? What games are you glad to see getting a PS5 upgrade? What games are you looking forward to in hopes of getting a PS5 upgrade? Let me know down in the comments section below. But the first thing we're going to start off with is Returnal. April 30th. Remember, that got delayed from March 19th to April 30th. Of this year. The game looks really good. They showed gameplay. She's on another planet, and it seems like there's some crossing over. I don't know if it's hallucinations or not. It could be some time-space continuum type situation where she's like reliving some of her memories. So Returnal looks really good, really fluid, and this is something that we've pretty much more or less have been waiting to see from PlayStation in terms of showcasing the PS5's raw power. And with Returnal being an exclusive next gen, although technically current gen game, we're gonna see that with Returnal, and I'm actually really excited to see what that gets into. Very sci-fi, kind of reminds me of Control. I don't want to necessarily say Dead Space also, but definitely kind of Control-ish a little bit. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing and feeling how that game plays whenever I finally get a PlayStation, you know what I'm saying, a PlayStation 5. The second game we're going to talk about is Solar Ash. That game also looks really good, coming out this year in 2021 still. It's one of those, you know, sometimes indie games can really hit that, woo, I was not expecting that type of situation. Well, I feel like Solar Ash is going to be an underrated game. And some of the gameplay that they've showed from that also really highlights movement, fluidity. That's going to be a word that's going to be thrown around a lot with PS5. And free in this, you know, large world that you get to roam about in, and it looks pretty good. So I'm looking forward to playing Solar Ash as well. Crash 4 gets a PS5 upgrade March 12th, and supposedly there's some type of 106% situation that you can obtain when you upgrade to the PS5's version of the game. And of course, these are free updates, so that's also good to see from Sony that a lot of these PS4 games are getting free upgrades to PS5. Love it. Oddworld is coming out April 6th, I believe, and that will be available on PS Plus as well. Oddworld Soulstorm, so that's interesting to see that as well. I'm not too much into that. I mean, we'll see. I mean, you know, whenever I finally get one, I probably won't mind trying out whatever is out on the PS5 just to try it. You know, a lot of times what stops me from trying games is when I can't necessarily platinum the game. Like, the trophies are just not interesting. The gameplay kind of takes me out of it. That's what happened to me in Unraveled. So Oddworld's going to be an interesting one. Since it's free, of course, pick it up if you're on PS Plus. Get that game. I guess that's the way for me to play that game as well. I've been stocking up on the little games we've been getting for PS5 whenever I get it, so that way I can play them. That's how we're gonna do it. Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. Yes, that game is coming to PS5 and PS4 as well. How could we not expect to see Five Nights at Freddy's make it to the PlayStation system like this, on this level, with the PS5? It looks interesting. I've never played them. It seems like it's like a kiddish, scary game, unless there's more to it. Again, I've never played it, so I don't even know what to necessarily expect from the game. So if you guys are looking forward to it, let me know down in the comments section below. Kenna, Bridge of Spirits gets an August 24th, 2021 release date. We've seen that game. That game looks like it's going to be another indie game that's going to really highlight, you know, the indie developers. And so that's also something to see from Kenna, Bridge of Spirits. maybe I don't know if I'm gonna play that one again. I be right now I've just been steady coasting with Marvel's Avengers, trying to save a lot of my games that I do have to play for when I get the PlayStation 5 to give me something to play while I wait on these other games. So for me, I've been kind of one-track minded, and that's why it's also easy for me to kind of wait on these type of games or see how other people are feeling before I really try to dive in there. If that comes, I don't think that one would come to PS Plus quite yet, but nonetheless, the game seems like it's gonna be pretty cool. Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. Now, it seems like it's almost like a part 2, but it says it's like a new episode, I guess, and Yuffie is going to be a new character added to the roster of the Final Fantasy VII Remake game. That looks pretty interesting. It also will be getting a PS5 free version as well, and I believe that is June 10th, 2021. So be on the lookout for that if you like playing Final Fantasy. If you're looking forward to playing Final Fantasy, I know I'm looking forward to getting it to play when I get a PS5, so that's gonna be another game on the list to play. I'm just slowly waiting. I got the Kingdom Hearts games to play. I got like the whole entire set, but I've been waiting to play them, and I want to play them on the PS5. Hopefully they'll have some type of PS5 upgrade by the time I get to them. I'm just gonna basically mainline it. I don't even think I'm gonna really aim for trophies. I know those games can be long in general, so I'm just gonna try to play Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, and coast through it and see if I really get into the story and whatnot. I've only played like one of them. But it's gonna be something I'm looking forward to there. Sifu. Now this game reminds me of the old PlayStation 2 game Jet Li's Rise to Honor, except there's a little twist to it in that, like, it seems like if you get knocked out or something like that during some of these little fight scenes, you age, or the character Sifu ages, but he's still a monster. So that's gonna be interesting to see how that plays a role into the gameplay, and you know, how strategic you should be in terms of playing the game. That's something I'm looking forward to with Sifu. It's looking pretty good. And the last game that I want to talk about that got me hyped up is Knockout City. Basically a dodgeball game. Even the wife who got excited about that. It looks really good. It looks really cool, fun. It does look like Fortnite to some degree, but just dodgeball. And I think that's probably like a underrated aspect of a pastime of ours, is playing dodgeball in gym, and playing that on game seems like it would be kind of fun. And the style, how stylistic it seems cool, and like the different ways or techniques you can use the dodgeball or turn your character into a dodgeball with supers and catching them, fake outs. You could fake throw it, you could dodge. So there's some strategy to this game. I'm looking forward to playing it. Now, on to why God of War Ragnarok has been delayed to at least 2022. Let's take a journey back to the original video I dropped. If you guys hadn't seen that video, a lot of people came in there coming at me talking about this game was definitely coming out 2021. It's not coming out 2021, guys. You heard it here. The reason why is because when PlayStation was at CES in January 2021, they put up a card, Play at No Limits, showcasing games that were coming out or adjusted release dates or release windows for certain games. Well, the one game that was not on there, among a few others of course, but specifically, was God of War Ragnarok. Now, Horizon Forbidden West was on that little play card. Returnal was on that play card with the previous release date. A couple other games got pushed off by like a year or even 2 years. So we see that they were adjusting dates for a lot of different games, especially some level of big games. Pragmata was another one that I believe got pushed to 2023 because that was originally 2022. So you're looking at some of these games and you're like, okay, I see, okay, all right, everything sounds on track until you don't see Ragnarok. Fast forward to earlier this week when Jim Ryan was in the PlayStation blog talking about how they're very, very optimistic and working hard to get Horizon Forbidden West to come out this year. Again, in that PlayStation blog and the many blogs that they dropped, there's been no word of God of War Ragnarok. And then you fast forward to today, where of course they don't mention Horizon Forbidden West or show anything from Horizon because they already mentioned it and talked about it in a PS blog. Today at the State of Play, we got a lot of highlights about 2021, nothing about 2022, and again, no God of War Ragnarok, which leads me to the firm conclusion that we will not be getting God of War Ragnarok 2021. We will be getting it 2022, and I wouldn't even be shocked or surprised if we get it like maybe even early 2022, like February, March, or April. That seems like a right zone of time for God of War Ragnarok. And given the breadth of the game, you know what I'm saying, like how high quality the first one was on PS4, that was just what, 2016 or 2018? They're gonna need some time to make the second one. And of course, with COVID affecting last year, and to some degree this year, in terms of development and whatnot, as we've seen with what's going on with CD Projekt Red, we've seen Anthem Next get booted, right? It makes all the sense in the world for God of War Ragnarok to be delayed to at least 2022. And of course, we shouldn't be mad at it, because referencing CD Projekt Red and Cyberpunk 2077, we want the game to be delayed to make sure the game works, the game's flawless, and we enjoy playing the game with no issues. So if it does get pushed, that's not a bad idea for it to get pushed to 2022, even towards the end of 22 if they really had to. If we remember correctly, Last of Us Part 2 was supposed to come out, I think, earlier than when it did. Like initially it was supposed to come out like February or March or whatever of 2020, and I think even before that it was supposed to come out like the end of 2019 or something like that, and it got delayed all them times up until July of 2020. Ghost of Tsushima, I don't think ever got delayed. If it did, it may have been once, but delays are normal, especially for AAA based titles. So we shouldn't be worried that it does get delayed to 2022. Just all those getting their hopes up for 2021 and God of War Ragnarok, cut it out. All right. I'm good where I'm at. All right. But that is my thoughts and the rundown from State of Play February 25th, 2020. Let me know down in the comments section below your thoughts about the games, about PlayStation 5, about Xbox Series X, mainly PS5 since that's what we covered. What are you guys looking forward to, excited about? What have you played? If you have a PS5, let me know down in the comment section below. But again, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys ignite the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so we never miss my videos, so we can sit back, chillax, and see what's cracking. But your man Versal signing out, and until the next video, wait for